All information is examined and taken into account before a conclusion is rendered. I think at this point it would be useful to have an official definition of science. In the encyclopedic edition of the New Lexicon, Webster's Dictionary, science is described as knowledge acquired by careful observation, by deduction of the laws which govern changes and conditions, and by testing these deductions by experiment. Nowhere in this definition is the supernatural or the metaphysical mentioned. The mandate of science is, and always has been, the explanation of cause and effect by using the natural laws inherent in the physical universe. It is not that science is blacklisting the supernatural, or ID, or religion, so much as these entities are irrelevant to the workings of science. Cause and effect and the natural laws have always provided a scientific explanation if explored deeply enough. To my knowledge, there is no science curriculum that states there is not a God. Conversely, there is no science curriculum that states there is a God. In a democratic society, faith is left to the faithful and nature to the scrutiny of science. In short, there is no answer to the God question, but to plug intelligent design into the science classroom would be nothing other than irresponsible, bordering on state-controlled ideology, the Talibanization of the educational system. Toward the end of the film, Stein quotes from the Declaration of Independence, declaring that Thomas Jefferson had it right all along. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator, with a noticeable emphasis on this word, with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The signers of the Declaration believed that all men meant people of every race and both sexes. The right to life meant the right to defend oneself from physical attack and unjust government. The right to liberty included the right to criticize, to form governments, and the right to worship freely. The pursuit of happiness meant the right to own property and to safeguard that property. Nowhere in this declaration do I see a reason or an argument for intelligent design to be inserted into the science curriculum of any institution. But let's look further into the work of Thomas Jefferson. In 1776, Jefferson resigned from Congress and returned to the Virginia House of Delegates. There he sponsored bills to assure religious freedom and abolish the special privileges of any one church over another. Virginia ended the Anglican Church's position of state church in 1779, and in 1786 passed the Statute of Religious Freedom, which enshrined freedom of or from religion and guaranteed that no public monies, such as public school taxes, would go to support any particular religion. In short, he laid the groundwork for people to believe whatever they want to believe, and created the separation of church and state that is one of the fixtures of any free and democratic society. Now, to a rather touchy part of the film, where Stein tries to draw a parallel between Nazism and Darwinism. The obvious and rather devious implication is that Darwinists, and what exactly this obscure generalization signifies, I don't know. But if he is trying to attack evolutionary theory, then he should have the guts to call it evolutionary theory.